My name is Randy. Welcome to the screencast in which I'll be showing you how to use Photostory 3, a PC-based slideshow application. Photostory 3 is nice because it's easy to use, produces a nice product, and it's PC-based, which means that once you've downloaded and installed it, you don't need a connection to the internet. Before we get into the mechanics of using the program, let me show you what it looks like on a student's blog. I hope you can hear that. The sound may or may not be coming through very clearly, but it's a girl from Zayed University. She's created a slideshow for a typical day starting in the morning. So as you see, she's got photos, she's got text, music, and audio. That's what it looks like embedded on a blog, and this is how it would play as a movie clip. Here's an example. This is a Mouse student from Zayed University. I think the sound probably is not really coming through on this at all. Anyway, you can see he's got pictures of a typical weekend with him and his friends go to the desert and race motorcycles and camp. Again, he's got photos, text, and he's doing an audio overlay to it. Okay, to use Photostory 3, it's quite easy. You just go to the website, you download the installer. Once you've downloaded it, you get something that looks like this. You run it, go into your programs menu, and just open it as such. The default setting is beginning a new story. That's where we'll start. You use edit if you've got a project that you've already created, you want to continue, and this is just playing a clip. So we'll start with begin a new story. The first step is to import some photos. So you click on here. I've got some photos ready in a folder on the desktop. This is a trip to India. So I'm just going to go ahead and Control A that. Excuse me. The first thing you can do once you've got your photos in is rearrange them by dragging and dropping. You can also edit them by rotating. Autofix, this has to do with red eye and other contrast settings. And you can add effects. You get a drop-down box here, and each time you click on one, you'll get a different effect. This is quite nice. The students also seem to like it. So I think maybe we'll go with that. It's called watercolor. If I want to apply this to all my photos, I would just click here. Or if I want to do it to each photo, I would go through the choices again. Okay, maybe we'll try that one. Okay, so I'll close that now. As you see here, under each photo, there's a small icon which indicates that an effect has been added. Okay, the next step is to click Next again. You add text. Okay, we've got your text there. We can change the font. See how that looks. Okay, you can also make it bold. You can increase the size and color. Okay, let's try that for now. We can also center it. You can go left, right, top, bottom. Okay, maybe we'll go for centered right now. Okay, so we click on next to go to the next step. At this point, you can record audio. In this box here, you do not need to type anything. However, if you want, you can write your notes so that it makes it easier to narrate. We'll just go ahead and start narrating. We'll click on this button. This is a picture of a temple in our trip to India. I would stop that. I can preview it. Okay. You can also add motion effects by clicking on this icon here. These are the kinds of transitions that you would see in Windows Movie Maker. It's kind of nice to go through these steps with the students. Otherwise, they may not be aware that they're available, and adding the effects and transitions creates a better final product, which they'll enjoy more. So, okay, we'll just go ahead and save that, and then close. Over here, again, if you notice, each time we add something, it appears on the slide. So, for example, there's a small balloon here, which indicates that we've got text. We've also got a transition icon. And as you add them to each photos, these small icons will appear. The next step is to select music. You just click here. This is if you want a musical background. Click an MP3 that you have. Here we have a volume slider bar. It's kind of important to point out to students that if they're going to use to record their voice and do an audio overlay, that they should keep the music volume low, otherwise it will drown out their voice. So I would say somewhere between 1/4 and low. Let's try it right about there. We can preview it. Okay, that's not bad. As you see, music is quite loud, so you can take it down pretty low. Okay, let's try that. Okay, there you go. So you don't want the music drowning out your voice. Okay, that was music, and again, you can see the small music symbol here. The final step is to save it. The default setting is playback on your computer. You can also email it or send it to a handheld device. For most people, you'll probably just take the default playback on your computer. Be clear about where you're going to save it. So I'm just going to call this India 1. That would be my first attempt, let's say. Onto the desktop, save. Okay, and then just click next. You'll get the message that it's building your story. This will take a moment. Okay, that was finished. Now you can click here to view the story. And it plays it in Windows Media Player as a small media clip. Okay, so as you can see, it's quite easy to use program. The students pick it up real fast. All the students seem to enjoy it. I've never gotten any negative feedback from students about this. And it's easy to use. And once again, it's PC-based, which means that you don't have to rely on internet connection, which can be a problem and an issue sometimes. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching, and have fun.